On the 29th of September 2009, following the flooding rains from Typhoon Ketsana, Vietnamese dams near the Cambodian border were forced to release water, creating a devastating flood surge downstream in Cambodia. In Ratnakiri province, northeast Cambodia, sometime after midnight, villages on both sides of the Se San River were struck by a wave of water and debris 5 metres above the banks of the river. In the darkness, people were lost from indigenous villages all along the river in the first terrifying moments of the flood. This ethnic Jarai family lost their father and husband. Wooden homes in indigenous villages were washed away, leaving dramatic signs of the flood's violence. In one of Cambodia's poorest provinces, the flood destroyed rice fields and fishing grounds, leaving tens of thousands of families dependent on handouts for years to come. The indigenous communities who have lived beside the Se San for hundreds of years are certain about the cause of the flood surge. Since its construction in the 1990s, 70 kilometres upstream of the Cambodian border, the Yali Falls Dam has caused problems, including drastic fluctuations in water levels, erosion and water pollution. It is widely known that in order to maximise energy production and energy output, hydroelectric dams are often filled to capacity. Those monitoring the Se San River suggest that this was one of the main factors contributing to the flooding.
These dams collected as much water as they can, and it was near the end of the rainy season, so they didn't know if there was going to be any more rain or not, so they were pretty well full. And then the storm hit, and there was all this additional rain. And because the reservoirs were already full, they had no choice but to release a large amount of water downstream. And then, of course, when they let that water release in big amounts of water like that, then it just made the flood that much worse.
Plans are now slated for yet another Se San River hydropower project, this time downstream of Ratnakiri communities.
The Lower Se San 2 Dam would be built by EVN, the same company in Vietnam that built the Yali Falls Dam there. The Yali Falls Dam has caused huge social and environmental impacts downstream in Cambodia. None of those have ever been compensated for. Now they're coming to build a dam in Cambodia, which could have even more devastating impacts.
Villagers recovering from the floods of 2009 have received no compensation from the Cambodian government nor from the company who operates the Vietnamese dams. Proponents of hydropower dams argue that they are a mean to mitigate floods, but in communities on the banks of the Say San River, living now off food parcels from aid agencies, few would agree.
There were no warnings to people downstream, and really, even if they were warned, it wouldn't have stopped their rice fields couldn't have ran away. You know, I mean, the reality is that this is more, the impacts have just been so heavy on people's agriculture and their lives, and even warnings could have done little to solve that.
Gia nhạ mình bọc nhạ mình quê gia jelly rồi, gia mình bim hoa gia đó là gia jelly.